Hello there, everyone. I am your friendly librarian and your favorite person to come bother you during advisory. I'm back. So today is day 3 of Banned Books Week, and what you may be noticing from day to day is that there is a lot of variety in the books that have been challenged or banned over the years, and a lot of variety in the reasons for that. Sometimes it has to do with the age group that the book is marketed to and whether or not the content is appropriate for that age group. Sometimes it has to do with religious or cultural objections. Sometimes it has to do with the spread of ideas that some may consider dangerous or just wrong. And sometimes it has to do with the author's background. So today we're going to be taking a closer look at a famous banned book. Once again, I'm going to be asking a friend of mine to help us out with that. So without further ado, I'm going to let her take the show. Here you go. We've got a blast from your past coming up right now.
Hi friends, Mrs. Moore here, Center School Library Media Specialist, and I'm here today to talk to you about a challenged book by invitation by Mr. Eckert, your library media specialist at Litchfield Middle High School. And the book I'd like to share with you is a pretty famous one called The Witches by Roald Dahl. It is one of our favorite books here. Many of the Roald Dahl titles are very popular and they circulate often. And I wonder if you've read it. And if you have, did you enjoy it? The book is very, very popular, although this is a true story. I started to read it to 2 of my grandchildren this summer, and they are ages 3 and 5, a brother and sister. And although we were all really excited and intrigued and had a hard time putting it down, we decided to shelve the book until they're a little older, because the book's theme is pretty dark. It's about death and loss. And it's pretty scary because children are turned into mice by witches. But in my opinion, it's also a book about love and courage and resilience, which are themes that really resonate in today's world, don't you think? I'm not going to spoil the whole story in case you haven't read it, but Roald Dahl's excellent writing skill is to, as we say, hook the reader right away. And at the beginning of the story, the boy is narrating his life story, and his parents die in a car crash. And he's sent to live with his grandmother in Norway. And things are kind of mysterious there. She warns him about certain types of people. And in her house, she has an oil painting where children change their location. And there are witches. And these witches are dangerous and powerful. And he does not escape the grip of the witches. But I don't want to spoil the story for you. But remember, by the end of the story, I think you will remember the themes that I focus on, which are love and courage and resilience and loyalty. So the book has been challenged by libraries in the country of England because the fact is that women are portrayed as pretty evil, which is often something that is called misogynistic or misogyny. And if that's not one of your vocab words, misogyny is prejudice or the dislike of women, prejudice of or dislike of women. But when Roald Dahl heard that the book was challenged based on the perception of misogyny, he wrote something pretty intriguing, challenging back, and it was interesting. So I'd like to quote what he said. "I do not wish to speak badly about women," he wrote. "Most women are lovely, but the fact remains that all witches are women. There is no such thing as a male witch. On the other hand, a ghoul is male, and both are dangerous. But neither of them is as dangerous as a real witch." So yes, all the witches in his story are women, and they're all evil, and they are people to be feared, or creatures to be feared, I should say, because things are not always as they seem. They wear costumes, and underneath their costumes, they are ugly and scary and powerful. And another powerful protagonist in the story is the grandmother, because she is, as Roald Dahl describes her, big and old and very wrinkled. But she too is very powerful. Are you getting hooked? I hope so, if you haven't read the story yet. Thanks for listening to my humble opinion about the grandeur of all of Roald Dahl's titles, especially The Witches. And I understand why it's challenged. And I wonder if you agree with the challengers, or are you thinking differently? Let me know. Great to connect with you, even if it's virtual and pre-recorded. Take good care and talk again soon, I hope. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks again, as always, my friends, for watching, and big thanks to Miss Moore for taking the time to share that with us. We'll be back tomorrow with more friends from around the community and more banned books. In the meantime, it's your friendly librarian saying peace out.